law was changed, and the priesthood was changed. You got these folks right now going to these priests, calling them fathers, and confessing their sins. Come on, the priest you need is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Exodus 11 says, if therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron?
You hear that? Now, perfection came out of the Levitical priesthood. What need did it have to be, in a sense, changed? The Leviticus priesthood did not bring perfection dealing with people. Keep on reading this here.
For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law.
This is right here. It says, for the priesthood being what? Changed. There is made what? Of necessity what? A change also what? Of the law. In that you know that the law has been changed. Now what did Jesus say? Jesus said, I did not come to what? Destroy the law. He said, I come to what? Fulfill the law. And Jesus Christ, when He lives in your life, what? The law is what? Fulfilled. Come on, somebody, amen. So now let us jump right quick to Genesis chapter 14, amen. Verse 18 through 20, amen. Genesis 14, starting at 18. And Melchizedek, what? King of Solomon, what? Bought forth bread, what? And what? Wine. And he was what? The priest of the what? The Most High God. And he blessed him and said, blessed be Ephraim of the Most High God, possessor what? Of what? Heaven and earth. And what? Blessed be what? The Most High God, which has delivered thine enemies into what? Thine hand. And he gave him what? Tithes of what? All. But this tithe, it was not tithe, it was a tenth. Understand that, because at that time there was no tithe. And if you look up the reference dealing with it was a tenth. But notice this, Abraham did not give this what? By command.
Amen.
He gave because God put upon his heart to give him what? A tenth of what he had. And notice this right here now. The tenth that Abraham gave to Melchizedek, it was from the spoils of war. It wasn't from his own possession, but they tell you you're supposed to tithe from what you make off your job, or from the stuff that you have. But Abraham tithed from something that did not even belong to him. Abraham went and killed some folks, and then took their stuff, and then he tied a tenth of it to Melchizedek. So how is that a tenth of what you are going to earn? Now let's just go down a little farther, verse 21, amen, to 24. And the king of Solomon said unto Ephraim, give me what persons, and take the goods what to thyself. And Ephraim said to the king of Solomon, I have left what? I have what? Lifted up my hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, to possess of heaven and earth. Verse 23. That I will not take what? From this even to a what? Thread, and that I will what? Not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made what? Abram rich. Come on, somebody, amen. Abraham said, I'm not going to take nothing that you got, unless you say you have what? Made me rich. Now, Abraham was a leader. He wasn't taking from the people trying to rob the people. If anything, Abraham, what he gave back to the people, and then he told Melchizedek, he said, you make sure you give to these young men, and make sure that they're done what? Fairly. Come on, somebody. Now let us go right quick to what? Genesis, amen. Genesis chapter 28, amen, verse what? 16, amen, through 22. Genesis 28. Now I want to show you what Jacob paid a tenth, but it was not a tithe, it was a vow. And I'm not saying it was a vow he made to God. He promised God, I will give you a tenth of everything that I possess if you promise to take care of me. But a vow is also like a covenant, it's by condition. Did I not say that? So this was not a command. So don't let these lying church folks tell you that that was part of the Ten Commandments. No, it wasn't, because the Ten Commandments did not even exist at that time.
Sure did.
Did I not say that? Come on, somebody. Abraham and Jacob did not live by the Mosaic law. Moses wasn't even around during that time. Moses came along way after that. So don't let these lying church folks tell you they were paying tithes, because they were not. Am I too deep in the rabbit hole for y'all?
It's good.
Oh, y'all better help this preacher. Come on, somebody, man. Come on. Let us read this right with Genesis chapter 28, verse 16 through 22. I got to read out there, amen. Amen. Go ahead and read, my sister, amen.
It says, and Jacob awakened out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, How dreadful is this place! This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillow and set it up for a pillar. And poured oil upon the top of it.
Come on now.
And he called the name of that place Bethel.
Come on.
But the name of that city was called Luz at the first. And Jacob vowed a vow.
Listen now, church. This is very important. What verse is that?
Verse 20.
Now listen. Now y'all keep verse 20 in mind. Now listen real good. This was not a tithe. This was a vow. This was like a covenant and agreement. Lord, if you do this for me, I will do this for you. What, did I not say that? This is what Jacob told God. Lord, if you put food on my table, you put clothes on my back, I'll give you a tip of everything that you allow me to get. But you got to do your part too. What? That's an agreement. That's a covenant. He made a vow. Come on. Go ahead and read. Now, this was not a command. Go ahead, my sister.
And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If God will be with me,
come on now,
and will keep me in this way that I go,
come on,
and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I can come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God.
You hear that?
And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house, and of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee.
Did y'all not hear that? Did y'all not hear that? Do that sound like a command to you?
No.
That's not God commanding that man. That man, there's so many words making a deal with God. If you take care of me and protect me, I do this and I do this for you, but you got to do this for me though. It was not a command. Come on, somebody, but God put in his heart that, hey, if I bless you, you give me a tenth of what you have. But it was not a tithe. Now I'm going to show you, church, how we do not live by the law, but how God promised that his chosen people, he said, I will write my laws in your hearts. Come on, somebody, amen. We don't live by no commandments. Come on, somebody, amen. But we live by the Spirit of Jesus Christ as he leads and what? Directs us. Come on, somebody, amen. Let us know. Hebrews, amen. Hebrews 10, amen, starting at verse 11. So I got to read out there. Hebrews chapter 10, starting at verse 11 through 18.
Every priest stands ministering daily and offering repeatedly the same sacrifices,
Come on.
which can never take away sins.
Y'all hear that? Now, the priest was offering all those sacrifices before Jesus Christ came, but could none of those sacrifices take away sin?
None of them.
Keep on reading, my sister.
But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever.
But this man, who is this man he's talking about? Jesus Christ. Yahshua. Come on, somebody, the true and the living God. When this man sacrificed his body that one time, never again did it have to ever be done.
That's right.
Again, keep on reading, my sister.
Sat down at the right hand of God.
Come on, my sister.
From that time, waiting till his enemies are made his footstool.
Come on.
For by one offering he has perfected forever those who are being sanctified. Sorry.
Y'all hear that? Say that again, sister. I like that. I like that.
For by one offering he has perfected forever those who are being sanctified.
He has perfected forever those that are being what? Sanctified. By one offering. By him dying for you. And by you believing in him, you are sanctified forever. Even though you ain't sanctified.
That's right.
Amen. But by him living in you, you're sanctified forever. Come on, somebody. And also we are made righteous even though we're not righteous.
Amen. The Holy Spirit also witnesses to us.
Come on.
After he had said before,
Come on.
this is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, says the Lord.
This is the covenant that I will make with them after what? Those days. What? Said the Lord. Keep on.
I will put my laws into their hearts.
I will put my laws into their what? Their what? Hearts.
Think to their minds.
And what? To their minds. Come on, somebody. Amen. Amen. Come on now.
Good morning.
All right. Good. God bless you, Kyle. Amen.
I will write them. Then he added, their sins and their lawless deeds I will remember no more. Now where there is remission of these, there is no longer an offering for sin.
Let us go to verse 14, amen. Let us just go to verse 14, amen. It says for what? By what? One offering, what?
He had perfected.
He had what? Perfected forever them that are what? Sanctified. By him offering up his body one time. So you got to understand this. Before Jesus Christ came, many sacrifices was made yearly. But it still did not take away your sins. Neither did it clean you up. But by Jesus dying one time for you, because notice, his body was like a sacrifice too. He was slain. Just like a lamb. He was beaten, slain. Come on, somebody. But by him dying for you, you are forever sanctified and considered righteous as long as you keep your faith in him. And the sacrifice that he made for you, he don't have to do it again. It's already done. He died for you once, he don't got to do it no more. What said the Lord? I will put my laws into their hearts. Y'all hear that? And in their minds will I write them. And their sins and iniquities will I remember no more.
That's right.
Now we're remission of what? Now where remission of these is, there is no more offerings for sin. Understand this. During the time of the law, you had to make sacrifice after sacrifice. And think about it, you have to make that sacrifice once every year.
That's right.
And you better hope that you made it to the end of that year. Come on, somebody. But Jesus Christ paid the price for you, so whenever you do anything wrong, you don't got to go find no priest. You can go directly to Jesus Christ and right there and ask him to forgive you. But this is what God is telling you too. He was saying, I'm going to give you a new covenant. The old covenant was the law. The new covenant is, I'm going to let my spirit dwell in you, and I'm going to write my laws in your heart. I'm going to write my laws in your mind. So what God is trying to tell you is this: I will teach you how to live if you want me to teach you how to live. Did I not say that? But the church, the average church, what they do is they force rules upon you concerning your salvation. And they let you know if you live according to their rules, you saved. But if you break their little rules, you're not saved. That's not so. God is telling everybody in this building right now, I will put my laws in your heart. I will write them in your mind. That means I don't need no man to teach me how to live. God's going to teach me how to live himself if I put my trust in him. In the book of Malachi, when the book of Malachi was written, he was not talking to the people, he was talking to the priest, because the priest was robbing the people and getting fat off the people, and they was giving God any type of sacrifice. And then these preachers always want to mention Malachi chapter 3. Malachi chapter 3. And they don't realize God talking about them. What? They were the ones that was robbing God. We was not supposed to pay tithe at all.
Amen.
My whole life I was taught to tithe. My whole life I was taught, every church I ever been into, they told me if I didn't pay my tithe, I was cursed with a curse. Some of the preachers you see on TV, them the ones God talking about. Mike Murdoch, Creflo Dollar, Don Stewart, Ken Copeland, come on somebody, Joel Osteen, those are the ones God talking about. Joyce Myers, come on somebody. All is real, come on. Them are the ones that God was talking about that was robbing the people and get fat off the people. Look at them pimps of LA. Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 17. Who's going to read that for me, amen?
I got it.
Go ahead, Sister T, amen. God is good, amen. God is good.
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates,
listen good.
And thy land which the Lord thy God giveth thee,
come on,
thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brethren.
Come on.
But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need, and that which he wanteth. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, it says, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brethren, and thou givest him not, and he cried to the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee. Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him, because that for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works,
y'all hear that? Come on.
And in all that thou puttest thine hand unto. For the poor shall never cease out of thy land.
Y'all hear, the poor shall never cease out of your land.
Therefore I command thee, saying,
I command thee,
thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land.
Did y'all hear that, church?
Yep.
God is saying you're supposed to help the poor. You're supposed to help the ones that's around you that's needy. There's no way you're supposed to overlook the poor, but look at all the poor people. Like I said, in our churches and also in our communities. But then we taking up all this money, taking all these tithes, and we ain't helping nobody but ourselves. Come on, somebody. Oh, it's real. Come on. Do you not know the tithe is supposed to feed the whole community?
Yeah.
Do y'all not know that? Come on, somebody. The true purpose of the tithe is supposed to feed the community. But who are we feeding? But I'm going to tell you something, church. We're supposed to be concerned concerning one another. Y'all not say that? Amen. And we see somebody in this church that's lacking. By the time it got in our heart, it should bother us. And we see children in this church that's lacking, we should look upon those children and it should bother us, and we should want to help them. That's the true spirit of God. I understand that. But most people in the church, they want you to bring all the tithes into the storehouse. But they don't want to help nobody but the ones in their little circle. The tithing was never money. You cannot find nowhere in the Bible.
It was never money, ever.
Ask that lying preacher. Ask that lying state bishop. Or whoever told you that lie, ask him, show me one time in the Bible where God said, I want you to take your money and pay a tenth about it. You cannot find it nowhere in the scripture. Come on, somebody. But then what they do to you, they lie to you and they tell you that you got to pay a tenth of your money, and God never asked for the money. God asked for the things that came from the field and also from the cow. The tithing was never money. But these lying dogs, they made the tithe into money. And this is what they want to tell you. I got this for nothing. This is what they want to say. They say, well, the reason why we take the tithe and we turn it to money, because back then, their money was the corn, the wheat, the wine, and the oil. But that's a lie. Because even back then, they had money. They had silver. They had gold. And the Bible spoke about how they bought things. Come on, somebody. Oh, y'all better help the preacher. Come on, somebody. God never asked for the money that doesn't in their pocket. God asked for the things that they love the most. Their land, their cattle, their sheep. Come on, somebody. Their possessions. Come on, somebody. But God did not never ask for the money. But preachers throughout the years, they lied to you. They turned around. And they said, your tenth shall be what you make. And notice that, like I said, Abraham's tenth, what he gave was not a tithe, first of all. But the tenth that he did give, he gave from the spoils of war and not from his own possessions.
Amen.
And I'm going to say it again. They cannot tell you, well, there was no money back then because the economy was not thriving. They had an economy back then. Money didn't exist during those times, amen. Abraham never had money. Moses never had money. Come on, somebody, amen. But they did not use their money towards the tithe. Amen. Now, let's pay very close attention when we read, amen. You got it, church? Leviticus 27, amen, start at 30th verse, and it reads. Now, listen, real close. And all the tithe of the what? Land. Whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree is the Lord's. It is holy unto the Lord. Where do you see money?
You don't.
Nowhere.
Y'all better help the preacher. And if a man will what at all redeem aught to his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. Amen. Come on, somebody. Amen. Verse number 32. And concerning the tithe of the herd or of the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the tenth shall be holy unto what? The Lord. Come on, somebody, amen. But it's talking about what? Flock. Come on, your herd. Come on, somebody. Verse 33. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he would change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be what? Redeemed. Amen. And come on, somebody, amen. Verse number 34, amen. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel and Mount what? Sinai. Amen. Now notice, church, there was never money involved. Now let us just jump right quick to Deuteronomy chapter 14, amen. Deuteronomy chapter 14. I want somebody to read that if they can, verse 22 through 29, amen. Go ahead, my sister, amen.
You shall truly tithe all the increase of your grain that the field provides year by year.
Say that again, y'all. Sister, say that again.
You shall truly tithe all the increase of your grain.
All the increase of your grain.
Year by year.
Year by year. Come on, somebody.
And ye shall eat before the Lord your God in the place where he chooses to make his name abide.
Come on.
The tithe of your grain.
The tithe of your grain.
Your oil.
Your oil.
Of the firstborn of your herds and your flocks.
Y'all hear that? That's of your flocks. Come on, somebody.
that you may learn to fear the Lord your God always. But if the journey is too long for you, so that you are not able to carry the tithe, or if the place where the Lord your God chooses to put His name is too far from you, when the Lord your God has blessed
Now
you,
listen real close to this.
then you shall exchange it for money.
Now listen what he said.
Take the money in
Wait,
your
1 second.
hand.
1 second. Now notice what he said. If the journey
It's too far.
is too far for you,
Yep, true, Lord.
that means when I got all my grain,
Yeah.
that means I got my cattle,
You got a herd.
I got a herd with me. The Bible says the journey be too far from you. You go trade that in for money.
Right.
But once you get to your destination, you're supposed to rebuy all that food all over again.
Amen.
Or replace it with food. Did I not say that? It didn't say replace it with money or keep your money. It said, but once you get there, the money that you got, you're supposed to replace it again with food.
Amen.
Come on.
Can I say that, church? But did he tell you to keep the money, then put the money
No. No, he didn't.
into the collection plate?
Sure didn't.
Let us read and see what he's saying. Come on, somebody, man.
Take the money in your hand
Take the money in your hand.
and go to the place which the Lord your God chooses.
Go to the place that the Lord chooses. Come on.
And you shall spend the money for whatever your heart desires.
And you should spend the money for whatsoever your heart desires.
For oxen,
For oxen, for sheep.
for wine or similar drink.
Come on.
For whatever your heart desires, you shall eat there before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your household.
You hear that?
Come on.
You shall not forsake the
Levite.
The Levite.
Levite who is within your gates, for he has no part nor inheritance with you.
Amen.
At the end of every third year, you shall bring out the tithe of your produce.
Y'all hear that? At the end of every third year now. Come on.
And store it up within your gates. The Levite, because he has no portion nor inheritance with you, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are within your gates may come and eat and be satisfied, that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hand, which you do.
Now, did y'all hear that, church? Did y'all hear that right there? That one time he mentioned put your money into the church. He said once you get there, he said you buy whatever your heart desires so your family can eat the sacrifice before we won't. Understand that? But he didn't say keep his money. He said buy whatever your heart desires and you're supposed to eat this before the Lord. Come on, somebody. And what? You and your family should what? Rejoice. Oh, come on, somebody, man. But what? They did not put money. Oh, come on, somebody, man. They didn't put money nowhere in the collection plate.
Sure did.
Oh, y'all better help the preacher, amen. But it was things from the field and also dealing with cattle. That was the tithe. Now, what that last verse says to the sense, amen?
Let's see. 29. And the Levite, because he has no portion nor inheritance with you,
Y'all hear
the
that?
stranger, the fatherless, and the widow who are within your gates may come and eat and be satisfied, that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hand which you do.
You see that? See, it was also what to help the Levites and also what helped the poor. But it said every 3 years you're supposed to put all this at the gate of the sick. But let us go right to Numbers chapter 18, amen. See, you can read that, amen. I want you to read 1 through 24, amen.
All right, I got you.
And I just want to show you, church, first of all, the lifestyle of the Leviticus priest. Understand that. And your pastor is not a Leviticus priest. Go ahead, Sister Tia.
It says, chapter 18, verse 1 says, And the Lord said unto Aaron, Thou and thy sons and thy father's house with thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary. And thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquity of your priesthood.
Yep.
And thy brethren also of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of thy father, bring thou with thee, that they may be joined unto thee, and minister unto thee. But thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witness. And they shall keep thy charge, and the charge of all the tabernacle. Only they shall not come nigh the vessels of the sanctuary and the altar, that neither they nor ye also die.
What the Bible said now. Notice what it said. God told Leviticus priesthood, he said, only you can go to the altar. If anybody else try to step foot to their altar, God said they're going to fall dead and they're going to die. It had to be a part of the Leviticus priesthood even to take up the tithe and the offering. So you got a whole bunch of preachers, God might be killed. Because you got to understand, only the Leviticus priests could do that.
Amen.
But you got a lot of these preachers trying to take the place of the Leviticus priests.
They should have died right now.
And they can't do it. Understand that? Come on, God said, I promise you death.
Yep.
That's why God's doing certain things to these preachers like He's doing too.
That's right.
Amen. Go ahead, Sister Tim.
Okay, and they shall be joined unto thee, and keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation, for all the service of the tabernacle, and a stranger shall not come nigh unto you.
See that?
And ye shall keep the charge of the sanctuary, and the charge of the altar, that there be no wrath any more upon the children of Israel. And I, behold, I have taken your brethren the Levites from among the children of Israel. To you they are given as a gift for the Lord, to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Y'all hear that?
Yes.
Therefore thou and thy sons with thee shall keep your priest's office for everything of the altar, and within the veil, and ye shall serve. And I have given your priest's office unto you as a service of gift, and the stranger that come nigh shall be put to death. Verse 8 said, And the Lord spake unto Aaron, Behold, I also have given thee the charge of mine heave offerings of all the hallowed things of the children of Israel. Unto thee have I given them by reason of the anointing, and to thy sons by an ordinance forever.
And notice the priest supposed to took a certain part of the tithes that came in. Understand that. Now, even though whatever tithes came in, God gave the priest permission to get the best of whatever the tithe was. So if there was a certain piece of meat that came in, I have permission to get the best about of it. But I also had to give God also a tenth.
That's right.
Myself.
Yep.
But the tenth that I gave to God, it had to be my best.
Yep. That's right.
But in the book of Malachi, what the priest was doing was they was giving God blind sacrifices, animals that was lame. Come on, somebody, man. They was not giving God their best. Come on, somebody. And God got mad at the Leviticus priesthood, amen, because they gave God a bunch of junk, and they kept the best, and they gave God mess. Go ahead, Sister Tina, amen.
Verse 9 say, This shall be thine of the most holy things, reserved from the fire.
Amen.
Every oblation of theirs,
That's
every
right.
meat offering of theirs, and
Y'all
every
hear that?
sin offering of theirs, and every trespass offering of theirs, which they shall render unto me, shall be the most holy for thee and for thy sons. In the most holy place shalt thou eat it. Every male shall eat it. It shall be holy unto thee.
Y'all hear that?
And this is done the heap offering of their gift. With all the wave offerings of the children of Israel, I have given them unto thee, and to thy sons and to thy daughters with thee, by a statute forever. Everyone that is clean in thy house shall eat of it. All the best of the oil, and all the best of the wine, and of the wheat.
He said all the best of the oil and the wine. Ain't that something? God gave the priest the best wine in the world. I bet they was going to get bubbling up.
And of the wheat, the first fruits of them which they of the wheat, not the weed.
I'm like,
The first fruits of them which shall offer unto the Lord, them have I given thee. And whatsoever is first ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto the Lord, shall be thine. Everyone that is clean in thy house shall eat of it. Everything devoted to Israel shall be thine. Everything that openeth the matrix in all flesh, which they bring unto the Lord, whether it be of men or beasts, shall be thine. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shalt thou surely redeem.
That means you got to pay for it.
And the first thing of unclean beasts shalt thou redeem.
That means you got to pay for it. Like there's a pig, because he's considered to be unclean beast. That means we have to pay for what it be. Understand it? But know this, we would have to pay for it, but it wasn't nothing that it wasn't money that we was putting in. Y'all been helping preach. Clap your hand, church, for the Lord all over the building. Amen.